It is wand making time today. And I'm going to let you know about tree meanings for your wands. A lot, you can find sticks in your backyard and just turn them into something if they feel kind of special to you. I remember one time my dog just brought me a stick and I kept that for the longest time. I never did make a wand out of it, but I wish I would have now, so that's just something to know. Now, I wanted to show you this. This is something my son made. He was about 10 years old at the time. It's a medicine staff. And it's all him. He did it for a school project. He's 40 now. So this thing is 30 years old. And amethyst was his birthstone, so he used that for a point, wrapped around the leather pieces, and then wrapped some amethyst in it. And it looks like Criscola is also in it, and it looks like a jasper. And then he had a cockatiel at the time, which would shed feathers occasionally, and he put his little cockatiel feather on there. And then for his spirit animal, he drew ants, because he said the ants were, they can lift like strength. They can lift like 300 times their weight or something. So I thought I wanted to show you that. But it's a medicine staff. So if a 10-year-old can do that, you can do it. Don't fret. Now what I did, I took some oak that was in the back of our store. We had to get some trees cut down because the insurance company didn't want them touching the roof. So we had a bunch of trees cut down. But I love trees. Oak is my favorite tree of all time. Since I was a kid, I had tree swings on an old oak tree. So it's just something I relate to. So I chose oak for myself. Now, I'm going to tell you some tree meanings so that you will know for what trees you might have in your backyard. Oak is strength, wisdom, and resilience. Pine, resilience, endurance, eternal life, and spiritual growth. Pecan, abundance, strength, protection. Maple is strength, resilience, and connection. Ash is strength, resilience, protection, and connection to the divine. Birch, new beginnings, protection, and renewal. Elm, strength, resilience, and wisdom. Beech, wisdom, knowledge, and creativity. Black gum is protection, purification, healing, abundance, prosperity, spiritual growth, and enlightenment. That black gum does a lot. I don't have any near me, but they do grow around us in Alabama. Cottonwood, resilience and new beginnings. Willow, ability, healing, emotional healing, and abundance, good fortune, and good luck. And mulberry, wisdom, transformation, and nurturing energy. The sycamore, strength, renewal, and community. Dogwood, love, community, and transformation. Poplar, strength and resilience, connection between the realms, protection and guidance, renewal and transformation. Hickory, protection and dispels curses. That is one that a lot of people I know would probably love to have. Fir, strength, resilience, and hope. All right, so whatever you relate to on there, me, oak. And it's just because I love oak trees in general, not just for the strength, wisdom, and resilience. Now, what I've done is I chose the crystal point, because you want a point, and you want one that's going to fit fairly well. I glued these on prior to this because you wouldn't have wanted to wait for any of that. This type of glue I use takes a while to dry. I use like a jewelry type glue, so to make sure that the crystals hold. So this is a Larimar quartz, and also known as a star seed, said to be an ancient computer chip because it's got the ridges on it. During meditation, you can be taken to the island of Lemuria in astral travel. So it's just a special one. I've always loved that. The bottom that I got, and you can have a round one or just, this is just a regular tumbled, is prehnite. And prehnite is a very good spiritual nurturing crystal for spiritual growth. And to me, I just think it does good as a wand with that. So, but you just pick what you can relate to on that. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to wrap this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I am estimating, I'm not going all the way down it. Now I'm doing aluminum. I'm doing this video for a customer that had wanted me to do a video on wand making. He has copper, and you can use copper just as easily as you can use this aluminum. So with me, this fuchsia color is representing love, and I just want a loving type filling with the wand. I bent it here, and now what you're going to do is go around, and you just tighten it. You want to have some needle nose pliers. I've got needle nose pliers and wire cutters, both. But you want to go up and around and around, so that it will hold, and you've got that metal that helps act as a conductor on it. Now when you get to the end, just wire generally just folds itself in. So you can do it like that. Now, I'm going to do something weird and different. Now, but let me tell you first, you can take this wire all the way to the end if you wanted to. It's very easy to do, as you saw on that. I'm no expert, I'm no pro, I just, it's just a matter of wrapping it. I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to use some Play-Doh at the end. Why I'm doing that is because see how rigid that is? I just want it to look even. And I've got plenty of Play-Doh because my granddaughters love Play-Doh. And it's just something that's fun and playful, and I think it will just bring a lot to my wand. And this will dry hard as a rock. And parents out there, grandparents out there, if you've ever stepped on it after your kids or grandkids have played with it, you know what I mean. But kind of just shape, that's what I'm doing. I'm just shaping it. You can use Fimo polymer clay, but you got to bake it, and you don't have to use clay at all. You could just wire the bottom of it. But I just want mine to look a little bit uniform because I'm also going to put some prehnite into it. So I'm taking it and I'm going around just like that. And then I'm going to mold it together. And I'm going to get it to be a little bit, I love working with clays and Play-Dohs, and I used to make a lot of polymer clay stuff, so it's just when you get so much in business, you don't have time to make stuff anymore, so I'm loving this, actually. Okay, so I think that's probably pretty good on there. So I'm going to take some prehnite chips, and they might stay and they might fall out. If they fall out, I'll just glue them, after that happens. but I think that if I get it enough, the Play-Doh will harden around them and they will stay. And like I said, if not, I will glue it in. And if y'all want to see what this looks like later, I do like 5 shows in a row, so this won't be done for about the next 5 shows, but after that, I'll just bring it and make sure you see how it turned out. Because the main reason why you want a point at one end is because you're focusing your energies. Your energies are going to what? There we go. See, I got my little pre-night around there. When you're holding it, your energies are going to what you are focusing at. And you're taking that, and if this was dry, I would go ahead and hold on to the very end of it, but it's not. So I won't do that. But this is the way to make a wand, to wrap. And that, next show that you will be seeing, I will be showing you how to wrap jewelry. So make sure that you tune into that. And we are going to work up some magic with this right now. You're going to bring lots of viewers to us. Thank you all, and bye for now.